Welcome to Leap Insight's Peer-to-Peer Conscious Leadership Program Conversations. Our mission is to assist individuals to elevate their consciousness, nurturing them into conscious leaders dedicated to positive transformation and sustainable growth.
I'm here with Sera Akinci this morning. Good morning, Sera. How are you? Are you well?
Good morning. Good morning from Berlin. Very well, thank you. I hope you all are doing great.
And Sera is actually the director and the owner of Leap Insight, who are a conscious leadership organisation. They do lots of different leadership programs, but conscious leadership is Sera's bag. And we've been working together now for nearly a year, actually, probably more than a year, actually. We first started working on an international project with the Welsh Government. And since then, we have developed what is now known as the P2P Conscious Leadership Programme. So we're going to dive straight in. Sera, please feel free as you sort of answer this first question to give us any more insights about your background that you want. But tell our audience straight away, what is Peer-to-Peer Conscious Leadership and the programme we've developed?
As Leap Insights, we are basically based in Germany and the UK as well now. We design, develop, and deploy conscious leadership programs for progressive organizations. However, as Nicola also mentioned, we run separate peer-to-peer programs for individuals, and this is one of them. And we also have you, Nicola, on the program as a coach, and we are very happy about that. We're very proud of that. And apart from you as well, we actually have a team of expert coaches, which comprises psychologists, neuroscientists, serial entrepreneurs, and investors. We are committed to providing leadership coaching and comprehensive training programs that will enhance your leadership capabilities through our unique Holy Practic approach. And Holy Practic, which is our trademark, and it refers to a comprehensive approach that encompasses every facet of human existence, embracing the mind, the body, and the soul, rather than concentrating solely on leadership as a set of skills. And the primary objective of the Peer-to-Peer Conscious Leadership Program is to foster the growth of leadership skills, expand professional networks, and elevate organizational efficacy. And during the program, attendees will delve into the influence of their thoughts and emotions on their leadership approach, aiming to nurture a more mindful and purposeful method of leading, I would say. And the ultimate aim is to assist leaders in cultivating heightened self-awareness, in other words, heightened consciousness, and a deeper understanding of their environment. And this in turn empowers them to guide with enhanced effectiveness and empathy, while also making more informed decisions stemming from an elevated state of consciousness.
And I think that's a really good point, just to take a pause and let you have a second to say that actually that's one of the reasons why the program was built around 3 sections, isn't it? The program divided into 3 sections. The first section is about you. And I loved what you said there was about the influence of your thoughts on your leadership approach. And that's why we start. We start with awareness, with understanding the self, the you in this dynamically changing environment. Is really important to understand who you are, how you behave, what you are thinking, and how that thinking then changes and changes your perspective. So we start with the you. Then we move once you've understood yourself and you've got awareness on yourself, we then move into how that affects others and how you and your behavior and your thoughts impact other people, and how you can help others to become more aware of themselves and become more conscious of their leadership in that way. And then finally, we look at the business and how you and others and the business work absolutely in that way to improve, get higher performance, to improve the results, whatever those results might be for yourself. So Sera, describe that sort of 3 areas. I'm going to ask who's going to join in a minute, but from those 3 areas, what can somebody expect to learn from the program we've developed?
The program does span over a duration of 9 weeks, so that's not a short period of time. And each week we spend 1.5 hours on the sessions. And throughout the program, you can anticipate a blend of theoretical learning, practical applications, self-reflection, exercises, and supplementary reading and viewing materials, and obviously recommended book list from Nicola. And insights from subject matter experts as well. What they will gain from the program, I mean, definitely a better understanding of oneself, including, as you also mentioned, including, the thinking patterns, the behaviors, why we get triggered, and our responses to other people, and obviously how our subconscious mind basically influences our decision making, especially in the work environment as well. They will have an elevated awareness and mindfulness regarding internal and external occurrences, and that will definitely lead to an improved capacity for making more conscious decisions. Improved communication for sure, and also relationship with your coworkers, stakeholders, and customers as well. And I have to mention that, you can be a founder without a team, and it doesn't mean that just because you don't have a team that you can lead, you're not a leader. You are a leader because you have to lead yourself in the first place. And furthermore, I would say improvement in organizational performance, because you will be gaining the tools to be better in focusing and prioritizing and having more efficiency in leading yourself as well as others. Expansion of your networking and collaborative capabilities, obviously, and enrichment of your toolkits with practical strategies for real world scenarios, and increased self-assurance.
Yeah, I mean, I think you rounded up a couple of the comments here. I was just going to follow up that question with some of the I suppose the statements that the last group that we've just taken through the program said they learned. We asked them we just finished the last week, and we asked them, what has it been about the program that you've been really sort of happy with? Obviously we were looking for feedback, and here's some of the comments. So it's been enlightening, really good. I've learned so much I didn't expect to learn. Just do it. It's really helped me understand my conscious thoughts and how my conscious thoughts impact on my work. Somebody else, directly impacted on my work. It's given me new forms of frameworks and tools to give my business more opportunity. So some people there talking about the things that you said, whether it be elevated awareness, or whether it be new tools to be able to help your business improve. Those people absolutely directly reflected some of those comments in what they said they'd learned from the program. So who is this program aimed at, and who should be looking to join the program, Sarah?
So the peer-to-peer program caters to founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, emerging leaders, C-levels. I would say any individual aspiring to refine their leadership capacities, really, and to understand what is really happening in their subconscious and how they can actually become a better person. And thus, obviously, that affects their relationship to their business, their relationship to, everyone around them. So, it has an impact 360 degrees for sure. So anyone really.
I mean, I think as a business owner, as a business leader, there comes times within your career that you feel a little bit vulnerable and lonely. Actually, it's happened to me, and Sarah, I know it's happened to you, where you might be doing something that's, new for you. You might be developing your organization. You might be stepping into something that's a little bit frightening because you're really pushing the boundaries. You're becoming uncomfortable. You're pushing out of what you've been used to doing. And sometimes it's not appropriate to talk to somebody in your organization, or it's not appropriate to talk to somebody in your network. Well, actually, the peer-to-peer conscious leadership program is a group of like-minded individuals, and that network is really strong. It's really important. And one of the things that our previous groups have discussed and have to this day kept in touch with are people within the network. And so it's not, anybody can be involved in this. Anybody that wants personal development, wants to motivate themselves more, wants to understand themselves more, as you said, Sarah. But I also think sometimes if we're feeling a little lonely within our current work environment, within our current career trajectory, or within the organization, because we might be the boss, we might be the owner, and it would be appropriate for us to talk to somebody else within the organization. This is a wonderful, connected and safe space to do some of that conversation, to have some of those conversations with others. So that's another angle on who might want to join the program. So I'm going to big myself up here. Who might the program coaches be, Sarah?
Yeah, so obviously in our programs where we work with bigger organizations, we have a group of various coaches. But for this peer-to-peer program, it's going to be me and Nicola doing the sessions. And as I also mentioned, we are going to have a surprise. We're going to announce in the next coming days, but we're going to be doing panel discussions and having guest speakers who are going to be, you know, experts in the areas that we're going to cover throughout the program as well. So yeah, I mean, we are super excited to actually start this program.
And I think in terms of just a little note about the program coaches, I joke about bigging myself up a little bit, but actually it's really important. There is a combination here. Sera and I are actually quite different, and we see the world in quite a different way. But that's actually what makes this a really interesting, dynamic program, because Sera mentioned the mind, body and soul, and she mentioned that blend of theory, self-reflection, peer insights, the psychology, the unexplained sort of energy kind of perspective on things. I'm probably not wording that very well, Sera. You can jump in as you see fit. But the fact that Sera and I are very different means that each session comes from multiple dimensions. So we might be talking to you, for example, say about fear, and I might give a little bit of a theory. There'll be a business book recommendation. There'll be some sort of tools that you might be able to use. And then Sera will just take it completely somewhere else and talk about the mind and the energy associated with fear and what that needs to happen. So Sera, just explain a bit more about how you see that dynamic relationship between the two of us and how that impacts on the program.
Yeah, I mean, I guess from my perspective, because I am very interested in psychology and neuroscience, and I practice mindfulness every day. I've realized it with myself throughout my career as well, when I observed myself and I actually worked on myself to, you know, spot things that are becoming a limiting belief, and yes, stopping me to grow, and where I have felt kind of stuck in my life or in my career. But the more I did self-reflection and obviously worked on those aspects of myself, I can definitely say that I've had a quantum leap. And yeah, even with that word, you can tell that I will be coming with a lot of perspectives around, you know, what's the neuroscientists say in terms of when we have stuck emotions in our physical body, how that translates into feeling sick, to, you know, why we get triggered in certain situations in the workplace, and how that subconscious mind actually comes from a place of an experience that we don't even remember. So yeah, I would say that I guess I would be triggering a lot during the sessions, because I will make you think about things that you have been maybe putting it away for some time. But at the end of the day, it's when you face these aspects of yourself, that's when you actually experience the quantum leap.
And I think this is a perfect example of actually being more conscious in our leadership and our thought process. Nice to see you, Andy and Jenna, just saying hello whilst you've arrived. We were just talking about actually the difference between the two coaches on this program and how that makes this program quite unique and different. One of our previous I'm not going to tell you who it is, Sera, but you can guess. One of our previous participants basically said to me after week 3, Nicola, this is a bit woo-woo for me. I'm not sure I'm with this. It's a bit out there. And I said, look, be a little bit more open-minded. Just go with it. Think about why you feel that. What's happening? What are you reflecting on? What's making you think those things? And then, you know, this is week 3. By the end of the program, they're saying, "Wow, it couldn't have been more enlightening. I'm so glad I stuck with it, even though it felt to me," and using their words, a bit woo-woo. I gave it away there, I think, Sera. But anyway, So yes, the different perspectives, I think, make this program very dynamic. And whether it be theory or whether it be quantum thoughts and neuroscience, all those dynamics come to get you to think about things in a bit of a different way when we're talking about something really practical, which is leadership in the business, leadership in the workplace. Sera, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you join any kind of learning program or education around, leadership, it really comes down to getting the theoretical aspects of how to be better in communication, how to, perhaps make better strategies following the company's values, mission, vision, and etc. So we absolutely have these in the program as well. But the key, I would say, how we are different as the woo-woo part is we actually delve into, the subconscious mind, and we bring a lot of things that will help you to go to the next level. And I do understand not everybody wants that, or not everybody is ready to go on the next level on a personal level or in a business level, but it is for those people who are wanting to take that leap to go to the next level in their life, and then also in their career, also in their business, and achieve more success.
Fantastic. So let's just ask the audience, if you've got any questions, have a think, audience. I'm just going to do a bit of a roundup, as I always do. You're more than welcome to interact with us by asking questions. But just to summarize then, what does the program mean? You guys can come along. We're going to do 9 weeks. We're starting in October. We'll be finished by Christmas. 9 weeks of conscious leadership peer-to-peer program. Sera and myself are the coaches. We work with you each week for an hour and a half in a session, and there'll be some interesting developments on that we're going to announce in the next few weeks, so the next few days. So keep in touch with that in terms of what the program is going to include. But the program's an hour and a half each week, starting in October. And we're going to go all the way through to Christmas. If you're interested in joining us, then please send us a little LinkedIn note or comment below on this event, and we'll make sure we follow up with you in the next few days. That's fine. If anybody's got any questions, just doing another shout out. Sera, any final comment you'd like to make before we close today?
I would say look out for our next announcements. We will definitely have another discussion around who is going to join our panel discussions during the program. And we will also have some other announcements to make in the next coming days and weeks until the program. If anyone has a question, please don't hesitate to reach out to Nicola or myself, or you can also write it to Leap Insights, and we're happy to answer your questions.
Thanks ever so much, Sera. So we'll say goodbye for now, everybody. Just same time, same place next week. Each week from now until the beginning of the program, we're going to be doing a conscious leadership peer-to-peer conversation, Sera and I, and we'll be taking different aspects of the subject matter of the program. And we're going to be working with you, having interesting conversations around the program over the next 4 weeks. So please come back and see us Thursday next week, 8:30, when Sera and I will be talking all about conscious leadership and the peer-to-peer program. Thanks again for listening, everybody, wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day or night it is. I hope you've had a fantastic time so far. Make the most of the rest of the day. Lovely to speak to you all. Take care. Bye, everybody.